Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. We are live. So yesterday I did the farmhouse. I never, when I got off of the day I said I was like, I might work on this off camera, finish the house up. I never did. So that's gonna be the goal for today. And I want to get the field planted too. The bad part about getting the field planted is it involves me having to fill that ravine. So we'll see. With the way the ADHD works, I might get distracted halfway through. We'll find out. I'm gonna push play, let it do its lag thing since my voice skips during it, and then I'll see you in the game. Alrighty. We done with the lag? Lag finished? Alright, I think the lag's done. Oh, maybe not. Now the lag's done. Okay. I really need to get RAM. RAM prices are just through the roof right now. It's just crazy. So here's the farmhouse that we did yesterday. I still got to finish up some certain spots, like the little section of the roof right there, and then we got that section on the other side, and eventually we got to do the entire inside and all that good stuff. But shouldn't be too bad. First things first, before I even work on this, which I am going to work on it, but I want to go ahead and start maybe putting in a couple layers in in the little pit here. Go ahead, clear these flowers out because Lord knows they're going to get in the damn way. We'll go around over here too. And we'll go ahead and mine this coal up because I always say you can never have too much coal. Alright. Luckily I have some dirt, so I'll go ahead and fill this back in with dirt. Um, Unfortunately I don't have a bucket of water on me. I do have buckets. Let's do this. I'm going to take the bucket, because this will make my life a lot easier. So I'm going to take the bucket, switch backpacks here because this one is filled with water. I need to fill the other one with water. Matter of fact, I might go ahead and do that. But we'll take one bucket, just get some water here, and instead of having to go and manually pick up all these flowers, we'll just place down a water bucket. Because, good lord, manually picking up the flowers is exhausting. There we go. And go pick up all the stupid flowers. I want to replant the flowers, but at the same rate, they're so annoying. And I know that's going to be exhausting, big time. Let's go ahead and just use the dirt that I have now to go ahead and start filling this in. Then I'll go back and get more when I run out. Do-do-do. I could just light this up and cover it up, but I'd rather have like a solid layer of dirt here. In case I ever need to dig down for anything, and then, yeah, if I ever need to dig down, I know that there's at least a few layers of dirt here. Alright, so we're out of dirt. Let's go back to the storage facility. Matter of fact, one thing I want to do real quick. Well, let's put this one back on so I can put this back in here. I'm actually missing a bucket of lava out of there too. Okay, I know I have ADHD and I usually get distracted and I try not to get distracted, but really quickly I'm going to go down and grab a bucket of lava so that I can fill that spot back up in this backpack. It'll take me just a second. Just a second. There, my dog made the demonic sound. I don't really have any lava up on the top side. We'll go to the bottom. And we'll go over here. And we'll just grab a bucket of lava real quick so that I can put this back in here. There. My my OCD will be very thankful for that. Alright, so now we'll go back up. I'm gonna go empty my inventory out, and then there's a little infinite water source right outside the A-frame here that I'm gonna completely fill that backpack with water sources. It's not very often that I need lava, so I think filling it with water sources will be fine. But I got a lot of stuff in my inventory first. And eventually I will have to come back for some of this stuff, like the oak and everything, because that's part of what I'm going to use for the roof on the house when I eventually do it. The dark oak I should be completely done with. I think I have room for a couple pieces of stone in here, right? Yeah. We'll go over here for the gunpowder. Go back here for the seeds. And the chest up top there is full with the flowers, so I have a chest underneath that I've been putting them in. Oh, which is now full. So we're going to move on to this chest. And now we'll go and do this with the buckets. We'll just fill them all up. And put them all in here. I should have counted how many buckets I took. So that was 5 there. Oh, it says, I didn't realize it tells me 11,000. So if it's 5, 11 minus 5, so I need 6 more. That way it just makes it easier in case I ever need water again. I don't have to switch backpacks. I got some right in there. Now let's get some dirt. Oh, it's looking like I might have to go and do some dirt mining at some point. I'm actually starting to get a little low on like grass and dirt and stuff. Essentially what I'll do for that is just, pick a random village or whatever, and I'll go off from it a little bit and just mine up every bit of dirt that I can. Uh, Alright, and back to it. Darn. Hate when I do that. Probably about time to sleep. Take a nap. Do 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 do. This is going to take a lot of grass. I'm definitely going to have to go mine some grass up. So next time I run out of grass, instead of going to the storage facility, I'm just gonna go to one of the other places and just mine up a bunch of grass. Alright, how much grass we got left? Darn, I used a good bit of that already. Wasn't it like all the way up to here or something? So that's quite a bit. Anyway, on to the next level. First, water bucket time. I think that's it. Yep. So we'll just put this up here because I'll most likely need it again. And back to it. Does anybody ever listen to those stories on Facebook where it's just like a video of like Minecraft parkour or something in the background? It's either Minecraft parkour or Subway Surfers. And it's just like these stories that, 90% of these things are fake, but they're just weirdly interesting. Does anybody listen to those, or is it just me? I don't know, sometimes I get hooked on them stories, and they're fun to listen to. That's part of the reason why I was streaming a little bit later today than what I normally do. I mean, I had other stuff I had to do too. I cleaned up a little bit, I had to take the dog outside, and all that good stuff. But I ended up listening to one of those stories about a guy who was living with his girlfriend who was like obsessed with her ex, and then just try to move him in without even asking or whatever. And I don't know why, but for some reason it got me hooked into it. It's either stories or music. That's my two phases. I would play music in the stream, but apparently I do that and I get copyrighted, so. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I am on YouTube. Back when I was doing streaming on Twitch, yeah, there's certain days I just listen to music while streaming. That way, the music is in the background, so it kind of worked out that way, but also, um, sometimes it's easier to do, like when you gotta place 1,000 dirt blocks here, sometimes it's easier to do all this while listening to music. Like, I have plans eventually, I would love to do an ocean monument. Like, drain out an ocean monument and turn it into a farm and all that. But you're talking hours and hours and hours and hours of work. I've done it before. I did probably 3 or 4 of them on my Bedrock game. Now my Bedrock World, I have one that's drained out with like a 200 block round circle the whole way around it. And good lord, you want to talk about the amount of time I put into that draining. And then the intention was to turn it into a farm, because a Guardian farm works different on Bedrock versus Java. So in Java, so long as you can actually build a farm without even draining the the monument. Technically, you can do that on both, but I wanted to have it drained because I was going to turn it into a base. I never did build the farm. I After I got it drained and everything, I was like, I'm tired of looking at this thing. I never want to come back to it. Plus, the main thing that the Guardian farm is good for is, one, I guess, experience. I've never seen what kind of experience levels you can get out of it, so whether or not it's great for experience, I don't know. But, the other thing is, like sea lanterns and prismarine blocks and stuff like that. And I don't really use a whole lot of prismarine or sea lanterns in my builds. Now, my storage facility on the Bedrock World, I have regular prismarine on the floor, not all over the floor, but like it's almost like a carpet. And I went with the prismarine in that building because I thought it looked cool. Because I don't know if anybody ever noticed, but prismarine slowly changes colors between like a green color and a blue color. So if you sit there and watch it long enough, the floor changes colors, and I thought it was cool. This is my last stack of dirt. Wow, I used up all that dirt. That's crazy. I still have 2 more layers of this. Alright, so let's use the old water bucket here to get rid of these flowers. I guess I could have just broke that first one by hand. It was just one flower. And then after I do this, I'll go and put all the flowers and seeds in the storage facility, and then we'll go to wherever I decide to go to get grass. And a little bit over here. Just break that, because I'm going to have to break it next time anyway. Put one there. Again, that was one. I could have just broke that by hand, but whatever. And then, yeah, that looks like it. So it's coming along. It's coming along. Let's put this back in here. We'll take all these, put them up there. Let's go clear my inventory real quick. Hello, bees. I might grab some more rockets while I'm thinking about it too, because I got 16 rockets left. My shulker box, I made like 3 stacks of rockets there not long ago, so my shulker box up here has a bunch of rockets in it, so I'll just grab those. Right here, yeah. And then let's decide where we want to go. I don't really want to do Slaver's Bay because it's right there. Let's go to, doesn't one of these ones have a waystone? That one does. And both of these do, actually. You can see these little square things like that, that's the waystone. Whenever you see these little square structures in a village, yeah, that's the waystone. So, I don't know which is which, because I didn't name these two. But I think, hopefully I want to go to this one. Oh, that's the one with the trees. Okay. That should be easy to find then. So, I'm hitting the wrong button. That one is, I believe, Racor. Yes. Because there's all my, this is where I get all my spruce trees from. Whenever I come mining for spruce trees, this is where I come to, because I just grow big trees right there. And then chop them down. Alright, so we're going to grab our, what is this called? An excavator? Yeah. So we're going to grab this and just, let's go across the river. Just so I don't mess with anything over there. And first, before we get started on this, we're going to take a nap. And what we'll do is just kind of dig down 2 blocks, I guess. And we're just going to go in a straight line. I know this is eventually going to connect to the water too, so I got to be careful about that. Actually, no, it's not going to connect with water. Good. Move, horsey. And we'll do the same thing. We'll go over 3 blocks that way and do it all over again. And I know eventually my inventory is going to fill up. The plan is I'm going to fill my backpacks. I'll fill both backpacks if I absolutely have to. I kind of want to do this just to make it even, because it's going to bother me if I don't. And then we'll go back through and grab all this dirt that's just laying here. Oop. I will eventually come back for that coal too, because again, like I said before, can never have too much coal. Oh, my inventory's already full. I should have put Silk Touch on this. Or does it have anything on it? No. I might get a Silk Touch book and put on this. Because I'll collect grass and dirt instead of just dirt. Because I like to store both. But as of right now, I'm only collecting dirt. What is that? Random ink sacs? I guess I'll take them. You never have too many ink sacs. And then we'll do the same thing this way. Of course. It always starts raining when I'm streaming. I swear, when I play off camera, it never rains. Well, hopefully I'll hear some thunder and then I'll just sleep through it. Let me go ahead and collect this coal here. One, two, three. There's more coal. Huh? I didn't mean to do that, so I'll just fill that back in. Let me reply. Your girlfriend. Alright, back to it. My girlfriend's on break at work, so now's my chance to text my baby. She wants me to find the best diamond glue. So if anybody's got any suggestions. Yeah, we do the diamond art stuff. It's actually very relaxing, honestly. I never thought I'd like it. My wife did it a little bit. Like my mom gave her a couple, so my wife started trying it. She got like halfway through one. I was like, nah. But then I did one with my girlfriend, and ended up loving it. It was actually really calming, relaxing. And then I got my own uh, diamond art thing. My first one I got from Joann's Fabrics when it was closing down. I paid a penny for it, and it was Michael Scott from The Office. So I saw that and I was like, oh, that's cool. Oh, realize it's probably easier to just type her back from my phone. It's a good little chunk of coal right there. I might not fill both backpacks. I think I'm just going to fill the one and call it good. Ah, did it again. Collect a little bit of sand while I'm at it. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Alright. Go down here and collect all the blocks I dropped. I need to get that, actually, that's something I might look into. There's a, ability thing for the backpacks here. So my other backpack has this one ability to where it'll automatically pick up certain blocks. Matter of fact, uh, let me, if it works like this, maybe I can get it to just pick up settings. Close that one. If I just add a dirt block into that, would it automatically pick up dirt? So if that's not the right button. I don't know if it automatically picked it up or not. Let me try this. No, that's not automatically picking it up. I think that's the one I never did get to work properly. Maybe it has to be on my back. Let's try that. And now we'll just throw these out. There, it's working. So that all that just went right into the backpack. Alright, so I need to put... There's two different things I need to put on my backpack. Is that, it's the pickup thing. Where is it at here? I'll show you. Okay, here we go. We got the magnet upgrade. It pulls within a 5 block radius, so it'll pull from a bigger radius. And then the pickup one, which will automatically put them into the backpack. The only thing is I have to have the backpack on in order to use it. But that's really not that big of a deal to me. Ah, finally the rain is done. So that's just all going automatically into my backpack instead of my inventory, which is awesome. Pick all this up. missed one back here. It's another nice thing with this mini map is the ability to see the little red dots and be like, oh, I missed something back there. How much is that? Between this backpack and the other backpack, I probably have quite a bit. I got almost 3,000. I got a little over 2,500 just in this backpack. So it's probably getting good, but I'll go for a little bit more just to call it on the safe side. God damn it, I did it again. Oh my god. Yeah. And that'll be enough for now. I'll just pick all these up, put them into the backpack. The only thing is, I wish there was a way to, like, take the stuff from backpacks to put it directly into chests, if that makes sense. Oh, I forgot about this. Instead of having to, take it from my backpack, put it in my inventory, and then put it in the chest. Like, I know I could probably put the backpack on a hopper or something and automatically empty it into a chest, but I don't want to do that because I have other stuff other than the blocks that I want to empty. Oh, I got it. Alright, so now that we're done with all that, we'll swap these back. Go ahead and swap these two so I can go ahead and put the excavator away. I don't need it no more. And look at all them trees. Next time I need to come get spruce trees, it's just going to be like, mow them down. Then we'll go home. Did have a little bit of other stuff, so let's, first of all, this is full, right? Yeah. We'll put that in there. We'll go back here to the dye chest, put those random ink sacks that I found, seeds, and then we'll swing by the ore chest while I go to mass storage. Put that in there, and then the mass storage. We'll start off with this backpack and just take everything out of it. I'm so glad I figured out how to do that mouse tweak thing. And then we'll swap these two so I can get the rest of the dirt out of here. Go put them into this one. Alright, and then, kind of stupid to, now that I think about it, to do that, because now, and now we go back to filling this hole. And bam. Back to the grind. More dirt. I need all the dirt. Luckily, I only got one more layer to do after this one, so... But then I gotta, form the hill into it and all that good stuff. But that's not too big a deal. Let's start over here. Tell you what, after you click about 1,000 times like this, it starts to make your finger hurt a little bit. Actually, 1,000. This is probably more like, between this whole ravine, it's probably a couple thousand. I like seeing the shadow of the storage facility come up from behind me like that. Need to place you. It's going to be there eventually anyway, but it'll get in my way. I did it again. There we go. One more layer left. Look at all the dirt that we used. Alright, so let's swap these two back again so I can go ahead and grab the almighty bucket. And I should probably take a nap first, right? Give it a couple seconds just because, again, I don't know if I'm too far away from the iron farm or not, but I'd like to give it enough time to make sure that it allows the villagers to sleep and stuff. Generally, when I see the moon like that, it means it's good enough. And we'll go pick up all these stupid flowers. I'm still questioning what I want to grow in the farm when I'm done with it. I think, ideally... Where did you come from? How did he get here? What? Hello? I am so confused. Genuinely, how did he get here? He only spawns in savanna biomes, right? Right? Oh, I wish I had a lead. Wait, can I pick you up? I can. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. So, I'm gonna tie him off somewhere. Cause he'd be good. I can make a farm out of him. So, the question is, where do I tie him off at? Um, let's go back here and grab a lead. Go ahead down there. Don't go nowhere. There you go. There you are. Come here. Come on. You will be my friend. I'm gonna have to come up with a name for him. Ugh, of course. Just do it the quicker way. Let's tie you off. Oh, let's just put you in the middle of the glass for the time being. That way you don't go nowhere. And I am going to get a name tag for you, but I don't know if I have any in storage right now. Does not look like that I do. Since he's tied off, he's good, right? He's not going to go anywhere. Am I right in thinking that? Do I have any in here? I do. Okay, okay. Let's see here. His name will be... Um... Uh... I'm trying to think of something that's like a play on words with armadillo. Like, I keep thinking, like, Michael D. Armadillo or something like You know what? Let's go with that. Michael D. Armadillo. I'm not sure if I spelled that right or not, but that's going to be his name. Hell with it. Doesn't matter if I spelled it right. There you go. Michael D. Armadillo. I will build a farm for you eventually there, buddy. I'll have to... hopefully, like... I still don't know how he spawned. I'm questioning that entirely. Like, how did he get here? Like, it doesn't make any sense. He shouldn't have been able to be here. Right? Am I thinking wrong? They don't spawn in cherry... He's the first one I've seen. He don't spawn in cherry biomes. They only spawn in savanna biomes. And the nearest savanna biome's like way over here. So there's no way he came from here and then traveled all the way up this mountain just to be next to me. I'm so confused. I am genuinely confused. I don't understand. I'm kind of hoping a second one spawns. Because if not, I'm going to have to walk one over here. Because eventually I do want to breed them and stuff. Which they breed with, what is it, spider eyes, right? You still here? Yeah, he's still here. Hi, Michael D. Armadillo. I don't understand it. I'm going to be puzzling that for the rest of the day. It's, I'm going to wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, how did he spawn here? I don't... And I don't have a place for his scoot yet, but I'm going to make one. We'll put his scoot, we'll put it right here. Why did I open it up? I knew I didn't have any more. I'm eventually going to get more, because he's gonna spawn it periodically. Like his next one drops in 3.5 minutes. Where did you come from? Buddy, where did you come from? How did you get here? I'm so confused. I, I don't understand. I'm literally going to be thinking about that all day. There's just a random armadillo spawned in the middle of a cherry biome. How did he get here? I, I can't stop thinking about it. It's the only thing that's popping in my head. It's just a random armadillo spawn. Do they like spawn with mobs or something? Because it was right after I woke up that he popped up here. So like a skeleton riding him or something. That don't make no sense. I'm gonna have to Google that. There should have been no way he spawned here. Oh, I'm sitting here worrying about readjusting my playing position because I'm killing my wrist on the edge of my table. I might have to see if I can find a way to we found a laptop in an old abandoned storage locker, and it's a nice laptop. It's not like the greatest, but it's a nice little HP laptop, touch screen, 19-inch screen, uh, backlit keyboard, all that good stuff. I've been working with it for weeks, trying to get access into it because the guy who had it in that locker, I guess, his name was John. Uh, it was password protected, and obviously I don't know the password. So I went out and got a flash drive because my plan was I was just going to wipe all the files from it. I was going to wipe it entirely. And for some reason, I still couldn't do it. I, why I don't know. I've done it a million times in my life. I went to school for 2 years for computer repair and stuff. I've had to wipe hard drives and stuff like that before, but I could not get that computer to do it. So what I ended up doing was I still have my wife's old laptop, and her laptop was nothing spectacular in even the slightest form of the word. I mean, it was a Intel i3. You'd go to load a web page and it would take 3.5 business days. It's it took forever to load anything, even just to boot up. It was just you'd boot it up in the morning, and by the evening you might be able to get into it. But what I did was I just took her hard drive out of that laptop and put it into this one. And then I took all the files from it and copied it to that flash drive that I put the wipe files onto. That way I can take all her files and put them on my hard drive in my computer. And I'm giving that laptop to my son. He's got a desk in his room, and he's been, for a while now, wanting to get his own computer because he sees me gaming on the computer. He wants to be like daddy. But I wanted to make sure I got all the files off there before, because there was a lot of, let's say, inappropriate files that would scar my son for life. So I'm gonna get all those off there, and then he'll take that computer. Now it's not a fantastic computer. It's only got I think 8 gigs of RAM and terabyte hard drive, and it's an Intel i5. So it's nothing fantastic, but it's decent. So the CPU that's in it, the Intel i5, is pretty comparable to the CPU that I have in my PC. I have a AMD Ryzen 5. Now, still different, but it's pretty closely comparable. Um, the big thing is that RAM. He's got half the RAM that I do, and I'm struggling for RAM sometimes. But I'm wondering if he'd be able to run like this mod pack on that, and maybe he'd be able to play with me. I'd have to get him a mouse because I can't imagine trying to play Minecraft with that stupid touchpad on laptops. But mouse is pretty cheap. I think the mouse that I got is like 35 bucks, something like that. I got a Red Dragon mouse and keyboard, and yeah, Red Dragon might be cheap, but they are great stuff. Like my keyboard is great, my mouse is great. The one problem I had with my keyboard, granted it was an older keyboard. This is the keyboard that my girlfriend had back when she first got her computer, and then I took it over. Well, the key switches in it were going bad, and if anybody's watched my past streams, I just replaced all the key switches and keycaps and stuff in this keyboard. So now I have all the clicky keys, and my keycaps are like, it's got like lightning bolts going across it. It looks really cool. But I'd have to get something for him. But I think it'll do him good. And like I told him, he's had, mind you, he's only 10 years old. But in the past, I've gotten him a couple different phones and stuff, and he has a habit of breaking the phones. Usually he breaks the charger port off of them and stuff like that, and he slams them and stuff like that. So he got the lecture yesterday. If he can show me he can take care of this laptop, and if it's not broke within, I don't know, I'll give it a year. I'll give him a year. By this time next year, if he's still got that laptop and it's still working great, I'll see about upgrading it. Maybe putting more RAM in it, a faster processor, maybe even look into doing a graphics card swap or something like that in it. And then if he can show me he can take care of that, you know, maybe after a while I'll get him his own gaming PC. He wants a setup like mine, but you're talking a lot of money for this. I got dual monitor display, uh, you know, probably a $1,200 computer sitting right underneath me. But we'll see. He's even got the exact same desk as me. So the desk that I have was actually, so my girlfriend and her husband, uh, they had the same desks, and then she wanted an L-shaped desk. So her husband's brother had an L-shaped desk that she really liked. Well, he didn't like the L-shaped desk, so they traded desks. So now she had the L shape, and then Jake still had the regular desk. Well, then he upgraded to another desk, so he gave that desk back. So we put it in Franklin's room. So now Frankie has the exact same desk as me. His is a lot cleaner than mine, but that's irrelevant. His is cleaner because mine was also at my little one's grandfather's for a little while because she was using it like an art table at his house. And yeah, I have a big mouse pad across it, so it doesn't bother me any, but it's a little, messed up underneath, but it's fine. It gets the job done. And now I'm looking at a new desk because I want an L-shaped desk too. So right now, my girlfriend's L-shaped desk and my desk are connected to make a big T-shaped desk where we have the one part of the L coming in between us. So we both have the flat part and then the L coming between us. We use that like a kitchen table half the time, but she also diamond dots on it. Now I want an L-shaped desk, so then we'll make, essentially in my head, we're going to make a big F desk. And we'll both have our own little cubbies into where the computers are and stuff like that. And I think it'll look good. but it'll also give us more room because we both like the diamond dot, and right now, like, she's diamond dotting, I can't diamond dot because she's doing a really big one and is taking up the entire side of the desk. But on top of me getting a new desk, I also need to get a new power strip because my power strip underneath the desk is completely full. I have no room to put anything else in. At one point in time, I really wanted to hook my guitar amp up underneath the desk. Well, now my guitar amp is on the other side of the room. And I'd like to bring that over so that I can, play guitar while sitting at my desk. But anyway, now that that whole area is filled, now we just got to go through the painstaking process of layering down this hill to make it look good. And then I also got to widen this little path out so that I can actually put a path on it. So we'll let's do okay, let's do this. Let's the whole area around the pond. So I know that I want the path to be the one grass block on the side, and I have a way that I make the paths look even. So I'm just gonna dig this out like so. There's probably an easier way to do this, but this is just the way that I picture doing it in my head. So I'm just gonna do it this way because why make it hard, you know? If I have a way to figure out how to do it in my head, I'm just gonna do it that way. Yeah. The whole I don't know if anybody's ever heard the old saying KISS, keep it simple, stupid. So that's what I'm gonna do. So let's do. So what I have in mind. Let's break out the shovel because that'll make my digging process a little bit easier. So what I have in mind is we'll start off with this one singular layer around here. We'll just fill in spots like that that need to be filled in. Any spots that need to be broken, we'll break them. Like right here. And then I want to mirror this exact same thing over here. So, like so. And then that will be wide enough for the path. Then all I gotta do is fill in this middle part here. And then we'll do this. Wait, I think that needs to be there. I'll just leave it like that for now because eventually I will have to edit it anyway because I gotta terraform this hill. And that will give me the shape of how I want the hill to be. Because this will eventually connect into here and go over that way. So then from here, we want to take and just terraform this hill down. We'll kind of connect it over there just to give it a little bit more room. And then I don't want it to be like a straight vertical drop like this, so what I'm going to do is this section of the hill here is actually going to come out just a little bit. I want to round this off and then make it look good. So we're going to grab our old water bucket here, just to get rid of all the flowers, make it a little bit easier on me. And then we'll take this dirt, just kind of do it like that. How's that look? Hey, my dog's sleeping on the couch behind me and I can hear him snoring. He's straight snoring like a human. I think that'd be alright. I also got to think about the path that's over here. Oh yeah, this creeper hole. I gotta fill this in. Ah, I didn't realize that was still on. So this path is... Oh, I made this path too wide. I didn't think about that because I wanted to have the double door. So that's going to mess up the path. So what we'll do, instead of that, we'll have the path come from here. The path will come from here and go over. That way I could just connect this over to here and just call it good. Because I didn't think about the fact I'd like to have my paths 3 wide, which is why I built this as wide as it is, because you know, I can have the path 3 wide through here. But I didn't think about the fact when I had the double door, that's only 2 wide. So uh, let's fill this little section in. You like how I said we're going to finish the farmhouse? I've yet to touch the farmhouse. We're gonna though. Let's go ahead and get rid of these trees, because these are gonna have to come down one way or another. Actually, that one could probably stay. This one's gonna have to go. And then, so yeah, I guess, like I said, we did say we're gonna finish the farmhouse, so we're gonna halt the work on this for the time being, and go ahead and work on the farmhouse, get it finished up, because it's not far from being done anyway. So what we need to do is we'll go over here. Get the seeds away. I just remembered my armadillo, so now I'm pondering about that again. We got some flowers to put away. Can I see his scoot from up here? I can. Look at his scoot. What is... Oh, it was just a sun ray. It looked like something that was on the floor there. I still have work to do inside this building, too. Because obviously I never finished the downstairs, and like I want to have like the glass here to act like a railing and stuff. So everything still needs a little work. My one thing with the storage facility I've always said is this is like a forever project. This place will never truly be done. Because I'll always think of upgrades or something else I can add to it somewhere along the line. My one on my Bedrock world, I dug out a huge area underneath of it and built a giant auto smelter. Like when I say giant, I mean massive. It's 128 smelters, or furnaces, I guess. So 128 furnaces that all hook up with minecarts. So I could just put some stuff into the minecart. Like if I put 2 stacks of coal into, or 2 stacks of iron rather, into a minecart, and then send that off, it'll put 1 iron into each one of the furnaces. So I'll have 2 stacks done in the matter of a couple seconds. It's great. let's see here. I'm gonna need some oak. So we'll grab some oak planks. I'm gonna need some spruce because I'm gonna need a bunch of stairs. So we'll grab the stairs and we'll grab like a few stacks of spruce logs. Trying to think if there's anything else I'm gonna need. That might be it actually. So let's go work with that and see what we got. This area over here looks good now. I'm very happy with it. Alright, so right here. This, we're gonna do the logs. Just kind of do a little border like that. And then we'll do the planks and put one of those up there. Just so it has that little border to it. In here I just need to do the roof. So that'll come later. And then in here, we're going to do the same thing with the logs. Let me just replace the rockets. Put log, 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 log. I'm going to hold off on the one in the middle because I think I'm going to have that log going straight up. And I need scaffolding because I'm going to have to climb up. And then we'll place that there and have that go straight up. And then the rest of this is just going to get filled in with planks, like so. And that will work. And then, can I just... I think this is literally just going to get filled in with planks. I literally had the perfect amount of planks. That's awesome. Do I want to do... I do. Let's break this row out. And we'll do this. Just so we have that border continuing. And then we'll go ahead and get all my blocks down here that I dropped. Because I knew I dropped a bunch. And we'll shove all that in my inventory. We'll make a bunch of stairs because I'm going to need a bunch of them. And we'll climb up here and it's literally just going to be doing this the whole way across. Ah. Yeah, I guess I didn't think that through, huh? Let's grab one more of those so we can put one that way, finish off one that way. That way I have this whole walkway. Put it there. And one more. And then this gets filled in with regular blocks. So we'll make a little bit of those. And that'll cover the roof in here. And then I'll come through, I'll hang a couple lanterns, make it look good and stuff. Out here, we gotta do pretty much the same thing. So right there, I'm going to actually fill, like how the corner goes out. I'm not gonna have that corner there, so I'm gonna fill that in with the planks. And then just have the stair going straight across. So let's get one of these up right here. Yeah, we'll put one right in the middle. And then, is that going to be high enough to reach the top, or am I going to have to jump? That's just high enough to reach the top. Okay, so that'll work. Then, same thing, just so I have the full walkway the whole way across. So we'll go ahead and start off with putting the planks at the top. And then I'll have to make a couple more planks. And we'll fill this spot here in. Just so that we have a nice even area here. And then stairs. Didn't mean to place that one. Down here will connect, but I don't think it's going to connect quite like how I envision. So let's do this real quick. I was going to make the roof come down a little bit more in here, but I think this will actually look good. And then for up here, let's finish up. Let's at least put this first layer in, just so I know where we're at. Like so. Can I do this? How's that look? That looks okay, I guess. What if I did this? Instead of having these ones here, we'll have them flex up. Yeah, that looks a lot better. We'll go with that. That'll work. Ooh, I don't like that, but it is what it is. No big deal. And then we'll just go and finish up this little section here. There we go. That'll be the roof in here done. Again, same thing. I'll come back through, hang some lanterns, make it look good. I'll even put some lanterns out here, or maybe a lantern, put one right here on the side or something. Maybe have it like one chain lantern so it's dangling right there. Cross that bridge when we get there. Alright, to the outside. Which this will be very simple. It's literally just right across. We'll put scaffolding up right here. Make sure I can reach the top, which I can. And we'll just... That's probably more than enough. Yeah, that brings me all the way out to the edge. And then I'll go do the same thing on the other side eventually. But for now, this is what I need. Huh, perfect amount of stairs. Gotta love when that happens. Alright, that's one roof done. That's all my stairs, so I'll go make, I don't know, maybe another stack of stairs would probably do fine. So, let's just do this. And I will need a few more planks, but not a whole lot, so we'll do that. God, Bubba scared the hell out of me. Knocked the broom over. There we go. And then same thing over here. Yeah, get up off of the broom scared you too. You had to get up off the chair and go cuddle under the desk. That's what makes me laugh about my dog. He's a big old husky, but everybody sees this big old dog and they're like, "Oh, it's scary. He's gonna bite me or something." It's like that dog is a chicken. That dog is the biggest chicken you'll ever see in your entire life. If you fart the wrong way, that dog gets scared. Alright, so now I need chains and lanterns. I'm gonna leave all the scaffolding there for the time being because I will have to climb back up it. But I can go ahead and put the rest of the scaffolding back in my backpack. So chains and lanterns. Chains and lanterns. I think I have some chains and lanterns in this backpack. I have a chain and some lanterns. So we'll just take both of those. I do have some iron here. I could probably make a few chains. Once I remember how to do it. So let's do 2 of those. Split that. I'll make 9 more chains. And make 18 chains. We'll see if that'd be enough and go from there. So in here, I want 2 lanterns. I'm gonna put one, I think just 2 in from each side of the wall. So right here, I can't see nothing. I do want them to dangle down just a little bit, so maybe 2 be good. No, let's do 3. Let's put these here so I could see. And I'll do the chain for now, and then after I break the scaffolding, I can come back and put the lanterns in. There we go. That looks good. So then we'll go out here. Where is the spider I keep hearing? Oh, he's right there. Rude. In here, I think same thing. We'll do 2 in. And then maybe, I think still 3 down. I think that would still look good. Yeah, do that. So there, there. And then place the lantern and fall off the scaffolding. And then place a lantern and then break the scaffolding. Now in here, I think I'm literally just going to do chain, lantern, like that, and call it good. Out there, 1, I'm going to need more chains. 2, I kind of want to go kind of like how I did the diamond block up there like that. I think I like that, but well, no, that probably wouldn't fit out here. I think I'm just going to dangle with chains. Did I even do that on there? I did, okay. Or no, that's coming from the side of the building. That's not coming from the A-frame. I did it on that one though. So I'm gonna need more chains, which means I need more iron. So let's go and do that. So grab these and this. Then we'll turn 2 of these into ingots. We'll turn, let's do 4 of those. And then put those in there, and that'll give me a good bit of chain. I'll just put those in the backpack, because you never know when you need iron. And then I should have enough lanterns. I think I'm good on that. Because I think I'm only going to need 4 for the arch part of the roof, and then I'm going to put some around the edges too. So, hi there, buddy. I still want to know where you came from. So we'll start off out here. Up front. The spider's gone, so that's good. I think we'll do the same thing here. Just on the opposite end of the glass. Like that. And then up here, since this is going to be up a block, we're going to do 4 chains. Like so. And that should be good. And let me go out here and see how that looks. Yeah, I like that. And then we're also going to do lantern there, lantern there, lantern there. And then up here we'll do 1, 2. Yeah, let's do 2 chains. Do it like that. And then over here we're going to put lantern there, lantern there, lantern there. We're going to go up here, do the same thing as on the other side. So right here we got 1, 2, 3. Then lantern. Then up here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lantern. Break the scaffolding. Do also want to put one out here on the ends like that, which I'll have to go back to the other side to do that. I might need more lanterns. I'm hoping I'll have enough. Put one of those there. That one I'm going to need scaffolding for. Nope, nope, nope. It's not where I meant to put you. There we go. And then there. And there. Yeah, I got enough lanterns. I only need one more lantern. And then over here, I think we'll do 4 chains and a lantern. So yeah, I just need some scaffolding first, so that I can get up to it. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and lantern. Yeah. Now the house is all nice and lit up. Won't have anything spawning in or around the house. Looks good. I like it. So now with that, the farmhouse is officially done. I mean, apart from like, you know, decorations inside and stuff like that, it's completely done. The roof is built, the walls are built. I got all the lanterns in. Kind of questioning if I need instead of lanterns out front, let's do these. A combination of lanterns and torches. That way there's just plenty of light in here. That looks a little flat and plain, but I like it. If that makes any sense. I like the way it looks. It's just the little border there. I might... No, because that's going to show on the other side too. Yeah, we're going to leave it. Oop, wrong button. Yeah. And then we can bring... probably put a bed here or over here or something. It might be better to have the bed here because you get the window with the view from the back. I still have to, I just remembered I still have to terraform the land outside here. Because that was something I said, I was like, I'll come back and do that later. I never did do it. So it's just this harsh little edge here. But either way, the house itself is done. And it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. Alright, so now we can get on back to what we was working on here. So the house is finished. That part of the title is done. It's not clickbait. uh, I'm going to get me a drink here and then wait for the sun to go down and take a nap. Eventually, as I get this area done, it's going to look a lot better too. I'm wondering if I should just have this path continue along the edge of the lake and then have it just, have this come into it at some point. Giggity. I say that and then I start digging because that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, like I did with this one, we're going to do the first digging, leaving the gap around it like that. Oh, I hear zombie. Bam. Now, how did you hit me? And we'll take a nap. Alright. Anyway, as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted, just do the digging like so. Ooh, yeah. Almost got confused there for a second. And we'll come back the other way and just leave that one block gap in the middle. And I know I could do this faster with the shovel, but sometimes the shovel's a little too fast. And I'll be breaking a bunch of stuff I don't actually want to break. So now for this part, I'll pull out the shovel, because I just need to know out the middle here. Oh, here we go. That'll be the path for there. And then this path here is just going to be simple 3-block wide. For here, we're going to do 3 blocks out there like that. Look, I uncovered an emerald. And I think I'm literally just going to have this just run into it. So I'm just going to continue this straight out like this. And then we'll kind of curve this back a little bit more, like so. And then we'll do the same thing here. So and that'll work. And then for over here, we're going to have the path coming off of the the stairs, I mean. And we'll just have it kind of round out like that. And that'll work. And then eventually this path will continue down this way to connect over to there. And the path from up there will eventually connect over to there too. So all the paths will be connecting at somewhere along the line. It's just all a matter of actually getting I want to get the land formed up how I want it first, and then we'll go from there. I think. Ooh, I don't know if I want to do that or not. Did I build these on the same level? I did build these on the same level. Cool. Um, I'm thinking I might want to take this whole chunk of land here and kind of like curve it back and into over there. So rather than having it dip all the way down to there, it would only dip to like right here. That might look good. Hold on, let me get it free cam and look at this. Ponder. I just threw my shovel. The bad thing about free cam is you could still technically throw things. So yeah, if I have this come from here and just kind of round out and then connect all the way over to here. Because I never did completely kind of finish how this land is going to look either. I just kind of like mowed it down so it was off of the nether portal there. Nether portal is going to be up on its own little pedestal almost. Yeah, I think I like that. It's going to be a lot more work because I'm going to have to fill all of this in with dirt again. And probably 2 layers because it's 2 layers down. So it's going to be like filling the ravine once again. But I think it'll look really good. So I think that's the route we're going to take. And this little spot here, I think I'm going to leave as kind of like a little cliff face. I might even put like a retaining wall around it or something. And then maybe that'll be where I build something. Don't know yet. Don't know what yet. But I could make something work there. So let's do that. Let's first of all let's just go back into this. And then we'll just kind of go over here and just start placing blocks. Something kind of like that. Yeah, that'll round it out nicely. And then it'll continue down this way, and then we'll have the start from over here. We'll have this kind of just and then deal with the rain. How's that look? No shot, I nailed that first try. That's a good little curve. I do, however, want the flat part to be lined up with that. So let's take a look here. So if this is right here, hold on. Yeah, this is the exact center. So we'll take this kind of like that. And then we'll take this part. Have it connected there. that really all the dirt I had? Wait, no, I got grass. That's right. Yeah, 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 yeah. So put that there. Keep going. How's that? I think that'll work for now. And then I'll come back through and kind of like fix it later. Because again, I still don't know the exact shape of how this is going to be. So for the time being, this will work. Take a quick nap. At least it didn't rain long. It started raining right around the time that nighttime was coming. So just kind of might be time to pull out the old water bucket again. Over here will be fine, except for right there, and then over here. I do know that I want this path to line up with the front of the house because I want that path from the front of the house to basically come straight out. But I don't really too much care for the curve that I got going on here. I might have to maybe mow that out a little bit and maybe curve it a little bit more. Because eventually I will have to cut a good chunk of this land down. Because you can see it's like comes right up to the side of that. This curve over here, minus that spot right there, it actually doesn't look too bad. So I might end up just cutting a little bit right there to there and calling that good. And then here is just there to there. Just kind of like carve it out a little bit more. Make it a little rounder. And then fill the rest in. Let's go dump my random. Let's go dump my inventory, grab some dirt, and get to placing. I love when I nail the Elytra flight just perfect. Oh, you dropped me another scoot. Thank you there, Michael. Michael Armadillo. Michael the Armadillo. So I'll put this in here. We'll swing down here to put them flowers in here. We'll swing back up. I got rotten flesh, which goes right here. The rest is just wood and then the one emerald ore. So put that in here. Go ahead and grab a bite to eat. And then we got some oak. We got some spruce. And that was it. And then we're going to need some dirt, so we'll just fill the whole inventory with dirt. Am I already? Darn, I'm already running out of dirt again. And then we'll just, let's do myself a favor and kind of break this into sections just to make it feel like I'm not doing as much work. Good little way to trick my brain. And we'll take it across right here. We can go ahead and fill this section in. Essentially, by breaking it into sections like that, you literally gaslight yourself into thinking you're doing less work. Excuse me, that just snuck up on me. Alright, and then we'll grab one of those, just to get rid of these flowers. And we'll fill this in. And we'll go around through here with the water bucket. And fill this in. One layer down. Now the question is, do I want this upper layer to basically turn the same way? The other thing is I need to mow this down just a little bit. Move that down a little bit so that I can get to this curve and just kind of like that. Question is that going to be enough or do I need to cut more? Oop. Let's cut a little bit more from right here. And we'll add a little bit right here. Something kind of like that. Yeah, that looks better. That looks good. I like that. And then over there. So let's go over to this section. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to kind of something like that. See how that looks. I think a little bit more right there. Down here looks good. So where's the section? Right here. So just how does that look? Good. I like that. Oh, right there. So it's literally just that block. And then that'll do it. That looks good. I think I do want in this section right here, I'm going to break that block and that block. So that's what, right here? So break that one and that one. Yes. Good. Good, good, good. Alright. Now we'll take a quick nap. I'm just now realizing this section here probably isn't going to need much of a retaining wall because it's going to be up to there. So now we'll start off by one covering this hole. In the hardest possible way to break them flowers. We'll start off by getting rid of these flowers. I'm just gonna run around this whole edge, and anytime I see flowers, they're getting gone. Like up in here. That should do it. Oh, my inventory is full. So let's just put those up there. Then we can put this back away. And now the challenge is going to be curving this upper layer out to where I want it. Oh my god, really? Really? It's like midday too. Ugh. Anyway, honestly, I think part of this I'm going to pull back out a little bit, like so. That looks alright. Again, I can always come back and edit it later. And then we're just gonna kind of and we know that we want this here. How's that look? I think that looks alright, actually. Okay, so the way I just did it, that's actually a good way to kind of line up the edges. Like that one needs to come out just a little bit more. Something like that. So what I just did there was I basically just kind of lined up the edges almost perfectly. Yeah, it looks good. I like that. Break that one. And then we'll place some of these back. And we'll kind of... How's that look? That looks pretty good. Alright. Yeah, it was actually quite a bit easier than I thought it would be. Alright, so now I just need to fill all that in. And then eventually I'll figure out the land up here. This land up here is going to be a completely different section. So that's not as much of a priority right now. So we're going to do just like I did before and gaslight myself. And I guess I'll start from over here and just... Alright. One section down. Thank God it's getting dark. That means I'll be able to sleep this rain away. Nap. And last selection. Last section. Lord. Oh, I'm out of dirt. I got a little bit of grass. And that's everything. Still have that little patch there. But let's see how it looks. Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks good. I like that. I'm thinking with the way the path is going, like if the path comes through here and then the path goes through here, I can actually take this section and make it like, I don't know, carrots or something, and then do a section over here of wheat, and then a section of potatoes and a section of beetroot. So I can grow everything here. Well, a little bit of everything. So I could probably do, if I do carrots through here, do this whole hilltop part here with carrots. Uh, this section here will get mowed down eventually, so I could do that whole section with wheat. I might actually do something back here. I don't know. The carrots and wheat are the big things, because wheat is good to feed the villagers for breeding. Carrots are good to trade with the villagers. But at the same rate, I don't know. I don't really need beetroot or potatoes, but I just kind of I want to grow everything. So, but for the time being, I think that'd be about it. So we got the farmhouse finished. Well, building anyway. Um, we got the lake here. We did a lot of terraforming. We got to remember there's a whole ravine right here that we filled in. So that ravine is filled in. We got all of this done. So we did a lot. This is quite a bit. Quite a bit of grass placed, a lot of dirt placed. So it's a little bit of we'll call it a dirty episode. Get it? Dirt. Yeah, stupid. I know. But we get the little area in the background here with the house. The house looks good. I like how it's looking. I like how the land is looking. Base is coming along nicely. It's going well. So I'm gonna stop the stream here. I'm gonna go get myself a bite to eat because I'm hungry, and then I may or may not work on a little bit more of this land. We'll see. I keep saying I might, and I don't, but it depends on how I feel after I eat. I've been doing most of my game time on this on stream, so I kind of want to keep it that way. So I might just, stop playing and just say no, I don't want to do it without being on stream. But yeah. That being said, like, subscribe, all that good happy jazz, and I'll see you all next time.